probably have heard of. In fact, John 3:16 is probably the most popular verse in the Bible. You see it like in football stadiums and football players wear it under John 3:16 under their eye and all that good stuff. But what's kind of funny about that is that conversation that is recorded in John chapter 3, Nicodemus being one of the people involved in this conversation with Jesus, Nicodemus did not want anybody ever to know that this conversation ever took place. Do you think about that? He came to Jesus by night. He didn't want nobody to know. He didn't want, especially his fellow Pharisee friends, to ever find out that this conversation ever took place. And do you want to know what the most odd thing is? Is this conversation for 2,000 years, every single day, somebody's talking about it. Isn't that kind of weird? Like, he didn't want nobody to ever find out that he was talking to Jesus. And for every single day after that moment, guess what? They're talking about it. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever would believe in him would never perish, but have everlasting life. And the next verse, but God did not come into this world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. And you know what? We talk about it over and over, and every day around the world, this conversation comes up, doesn't it? And you know what the answer? Do you know why that takes place? Do you know why this conversation happens every single day, all around the world, every day? It's because, I know this is going to sound weird, but it is the power of the gospel of Jesus Christ that drives people over and over and over again to tell one more person about how much God loves them and how much he died for them, and that he has a life for every single person in this room and in this community and around the world. It is the power of the gospel that changes hearts and lives. It's the power of the gospel that takes dead people and turns them into life. Amen. It's the power of the gospel. And you know, you can talk about all the, why churches grow and why churches do things like that. And it can be music and it can be a whole lot of things. But the best kind of growth is the kind when people sign on to the gospel of Jesus Christ.